Here we go. Welcome back to another great warm-up show with the co-host Enortap directly from Ontario, and we have to find all the way to the south. Of course, the Sunshine State, directly from Miami, Aventura, maybe somewhere around. Of course, the hockey coach guru back in the house. It's Thursday. It's game number 5 for the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, going to be live tonight. Live stream start at pregame show at 6:45. We welcome everybody. We welcome all around the world, whatever you are. Maybe somewhere. We wish you a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Of course, Enortap in the house. Bob Gainey in the house tonight. Welcome aboard, Mr. Enortap.
Thank you, Coach. It's great to be here, and a big shout out to all our friends here on Hockey Nation, and welcome to our show today on Thursday.
Of course, we have Mr. Tonight. Adam Berger for the Vegas Golden Knights, where he's going to accumulate more and more injuries over there. Martinez again out for a couple of days, a minimum. Adam's going to talk about this a little bit later. We have Mark Zuck, bonsoir, Coach UP. Welcome aboard, Mark and Adam. Kelly in the house tonight, directly from Ontario. I don't know if she's in Toronto directly, but Kelly, she's on your area in our tap. She's maybe south, west, east, I don't know. But she's coming from that way. Kelly Anderson will steal it tonight. Possible she will do it. Mr. Johnny Golden from Moncton, New Brunswick. See, now I'm not mess up Moncton with St. John because the slide don't show up anymore. So I know exactly where Johnny's coming from anymore. So I know exactly. Kelly said 4-1 to Carolina tonight. Possible. Johnny, welcome aboard. Directly from Finland, Mr. Vili back in the house this morning or this evening. It's about 6, 7, so it's about midnight over there for Leo. It's not too bad. It's early. We have Bud the Monkey. Welcome aboard, Bud the Monkey. Thanks for joining us. And then we have, of course, we are doing well, Bud the Monkey. The Panthers tonight play again the Colorado Avalanche. The game starts in 2 hours. Bud the Monkey maybe have some update what's going on with the Panthers, the number one fans. Leonard was the best player on the ice last night. Adam, you're absolutely right. Kenny, I'm at the east of the city. All right. Coach, last night we were selling ticket at $35 each. Last night, wow, that show exactly what's going on in Vegas right now. Midnight, yes, still early. Of course, it's still early. Hopefully, you'll be ready in the next hour. The last crowd, but only 17,500. So you can see everybody is affected by the fun situation around the tickets and no sold out anymore. And you can see, if you watch the game at the bottom, they have a lot of empty seat at the Vegas yesterday. Or maybe they left after the second, I don't know, but we made interesting. And then, of course, Kelly said, "Hi, Enortap," directly from Kelly. So we have a little bit of surprise, guys, for you tonight. What are you talking about, Coach? Well, we gave away, just kidding. We don't give anything here. It's all you have to pay, just kidding. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to put you on the, we invite you to join us live. You just have to say, I don't know, can you send the link to them or not? Tap.
I can try. I'm not sure if I can.
If you can do it, let me know. But I think if you can, that'd be awesome. You can do that. What game you doing tonight, Coach? Of course, I'm doing the Montreal Canadiens, Kelly. Then we'll follow the Florida Panthers at the same time on the side. And then we're going to do that one. We'll be back at 6:45 tonight. Coach Michael is giving away 2 tickets for free tonight for the Panthers game. Awesome. That'd be great. Yeah. For those where in Vegas, we have a very tough fan base. I know Adam. That's a bit worrying in Vegas. Vegas is a bit like the South Florida, where they have 2 locations where it's really tourist, and the people are follow when they win, but they give up very quickly. So it'll be interesting with Vegas, where if the team does not perform, how they're going to react, everything like that. I believe the same situation here in Florida. A lot of people visit Vegas when their team, the cheer, visit Vegas. Same thing in Arizona, same thing in Florida. I've been to the Montreal Canadiens game, Toronto, Rangers, Boston, Pittsburgh. Half of the crowd is again, the Panthers, maybe the three-quarter, to be honest with you. West Montreal Canadiens, it's like 16,000 and 13,000 from Montreal, to be honest with you. That's how crazy it is. So that's what happened about that. And I believe Vegas.
It is. But coach, also this year there seems to be a lower attendance across the entire NHL
Yep.
cities. I mean, even here in Toronto, even though they came close to selling both games that they were here, they weren't quite sold out. Whereas usually it's the hottest ticket to try to find. Montreal, the same thing.
Exactly. I agree with you about that one over there. So that's what happened. Did you find it, the link or not?
No, I haven't found it. Let me see if I can look it up.
Anyway, so what's going on around? Maybe give us a little bit your impression for the boat game yesterday, Vegas again, St. Louis Blues, and also the Boston.
Sure. Well, we had two games last night. To my surprise, Philadelphia came out very, very strong. Not that I didn't think that they couldn't, but I thought Boston would offer up a stronger game. But it just goes to show that when your goalie isn't going, and Swayman really had an off night last night. Let's hope it's not sort of a pattern with him. I know when they're young, it takes a longer time to develop. But if you don't have good goaltending, you're not going to get very far in the NHL. And they're too close. The parity between teams that if you have an off night, they're going to capitalize it, and that's what happened yesterday. And it was good to see Farabee continue his good streak there. I think he's up to 3 goals and 3 assists now, if I'm not mistaken. In the other game, it was much tighter. St. Louis ended up winning 3-1 there. Again, Kyrou continued playing extremely well. Vegas is, until they get their big guns back, they're going to have a hard time trying to get that secondary scoring going. And if they don't get that, they're going to be in big trouble because they're not going to be able to compete with some of these higher scoring teams that come hard at you.
I agree with you about this. I was impressed by Leonard Bennington yesterday, to be honest with you. The performance was unbelievable. The game was 3-1, but don't show exactly the chance they got both teams. Of course, Vegas without Stone Paturity make its friends, right? But I think overall, great performance, both goaltender. On the flip side, 40 shot, and John was again. So only women have a very difficult night yesterday, and I'm a little bit impressed also by the offensive of Flowers at that moment. Since the beginning of the year, you get some people step up, and they don't play yet with Kevin Hayes and GVR very quiet so far since the beginning of the season. So I think Flowers, they are legit in my eyes. I think they are a team is going to be really strong for the Atlantic Division. Metropolitan Division, I apologize. So I don't know what you think about that. But Canadian John back in the house. Kenny said the hope Chicago make the playoff. It's like Montreal don't looking good, to be honest with you, but you never know. Through them, Tarasenko last night. Wow, what do you think about Tarasenko? We put, by the way, the link. I apologize. We put the link if you want to join us live. You have any question? You want to talk about your team? We are open up the first 15 minutes of the show. Then after that, we're going to jump for each game after that.
Yeah, I mean, they had Tarasenko obviously being, I think he's playing with Shen and Kyrou on the same line, and they've been performing well. You can't. You couple that with the first line that they have with Perron and O'Reilly, and that's why they're as strong as they are right now, St. Louis.
And they missing Pushnovich.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So and then I think Adam, you can see it because Adam, he feel like I'm on the West Coast. He texts me at 1:00 in the morning. So he think coach he does never sleep. But it's funny. I just tease you, Adam. I love to when you tease, because I'm watching the game. after we done, I have a chance right now to relax watching the rest of the game, and he texts me, so I enjoyed talking with someone about the game, and Adam did it. It was great. But at some point, the speed of Tarasenko, I don't know, Adam, he will remember that one also, but at some point was at the blue line with another defenseman for Vegas, and he shift after that, and he go right away and break away alone. He did not score, but you can see his speed. He's not young anymore, right? And he did it, and the Vegas defenseman could not catch him. So that's happening about that. I agree with you about Adam. The defense is what's concerning about Vegas. I think some players on defense are not there yet. They didn't reach the I don't know, the physicality or what, or shape or whatever it is. It's not too bad, but it's not like great overall. Like, Theodore was a little bit quiet yesterday. Potential play what potential is, but McNabb, White Cloud, and Egg. I was surprised he did not play Egg a lot yesterday. I think he played only 14 minutes, so a little bit different what are my expectations over there. But again, they will have to figure out something there. Of course, that's the challenge they have for the next couple of weeks. And without Stone, Pacioretty, Alex Tuch, and now we're talking about a top 4 defenseman. Now, the good thing that will maybe open up a spot for the Russian kid, Miro Sanov or something like that. Maybe Adam can tell us more about his last name, but it'll be interesting to see him part of the team for the next couple of days. But I guess another team like Colorado, a little bit worries about them, like Montreal and Chicago. 14 right now, they're not going the right way. And imagine if Islanders lost tonight, they become 1-3. So it's a little strange, the beginning of this season. It's a way where I never thought Detroit, whatever Columbus 2-1 or Buffalo, all those 3 teams together have more win to rest in Anaheim. What about Anaheim, right? So Anaheim is on a team where we don't expect. San Jose, all the West team, we never thought they're going to be that way, and now they get that way over there. And, at the end, Seattle and Los Angeles, they have to win to catch up with other teams. So really interesting about that.
Coach, you talked about this before, and I agree with you 100%. It's such an odd year because the teams that went far in the playoffs last year and eventually to the finals, they haven't had much of a rest, and that affects you mentally as well as physically. And I think we're seeing that, and it's coming through not only with some teams not having the proper mindset yet, but also physically, they're getting injured more often than I've seen in the last 10 years for sure. So, the teams that didn't make the playoffs or were kicked out very quickly, they seem to have a little bit more pep to the game right now. And I think that these are all things that will equalize as the year goes along. Right now, we're trying to generalize based on, 3, 4, 5 games, and it's not really a fair barometer to go by yet. But they have to straighten it out because when there's a lot of parity in the NHL, if you start losing 7, 8 games in a row, it could take you out of the chase quite quickly.
Yeah, so right, the season finished in July. Usually it's finished late in June, right? So it's about 1 month behind. Everything was behind, at least 3 weeks behind. So that affect the speed recovery, and that affect many team, of course. That whatever Islanders have 2W did not play the level like Islanders, not Islanders, the Tampa Bay. The Lightning does not play at the level they should play at that moment. Vasilevsky looks shaky. They lost right now Kucherov, and they have all the new players for there. So we have a lot of team did not play. But again, it's early this season, like we mentioned. Of course, you don't want to be 0-5 or 0-6, but the team have 1W or 1 point there. Some of those teams will be back normal, like Islanders start with 0-2. I don't think so. They will be like 1-8, 1-7, right? And maybe a team like Montreal or Chicago, both of them can suffer a little bit more longer. But most of the team overall, they will be back normal. And then you're going to see those teams at the top going to go down when they're going to get, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14 game. Everything will be a bit better or normal. But again, the injuries is a really big major problem right now for the reason why the standing is strange. But during those injuries, you have a team like Pittsburgh without Malkin and Crosby. They continue to win and then a couple of games with no Gunzel, and then after that no Rust. Everything like that. It's a funny thing. They took some stat. I don't know exactly the number. Without Crosby and Malkin, they play over 500. That's funny to see
Yeah.
that. So, kudos to Mike Sullivan behind the bench because he does a great job over there. So, look, we're going to have a couple of players. First of all, a couple of news I want to mention. We have Zubov, ex-defenseman in NHL, one a very great star, decide to quit his job in KHL for personal reason with his family. So I don't know what kind of problem they have over there, but he's a big, coach in the KHL. So a big news on that team over there. We know already Alec Martinez for the Vegas are right now a day to day, but you have to wait a little bit more about the result of his the doctor appointment today. So we're going to see this about that. We have also Nick Foligno. I did not get the last update for Boston Bros today. I did not look, I'll be honest with you. It'll be interesting to see the injury of Nick Foligno quit during the third period. Joe Levy for the Panthers is out, back on the injury reserve. Jack Hughes, problem with the shoulder dislocation at that moment. We don't know the timeline yet. I don't know if someone knows about that one over there. But then you have
I
also...
think it's week to week with him right now.
Yes, and then you have, so for the Jets, we have first of all Wheeler and Sheffley now for the protocol COVID-19. And talking about the protocol 19 now, we have two new players for the Pittsburgh. We have Jeff Carter and the goaltender Travis Jerry is going to be out for protocol COVID-19. Some of them I don't know mention if it's a couple of days or the quarantine, everything like that. So it's something you have to follow up the next couple of days about them. And also we have a Jonathan Bernier is not going to be the lineup tonight. Of course, Ty Smith not returned yet for the New Jersey Devils. So that gives you a little bit what's going on around the league. We can do it. But the Monkey just mentioned this to us. Is out too. We talk about also, Adam said the 4-line without Reese Brown is not existent. You're right. At some point, Adam, the only thing I would say to you, some people right now playing the lineup, not there. What you mean? So they are not the bottom six, they are on the top six. One, Alex Starr will be back, Pacioretty and Stone. Now you're going to see Dadonov and Nicolas Roy back at the bottom. That will help him more, the bottom six at some point. What you don't have for Reese, it's not about Reese or Patrick Brown, maybe the forechecking, but I think other players can do it when Alex Stark will be back. I would not be nervous about that. Alex Barry was another news about this. Alex Barry Boulet on waiver. Why the Seattle waiver him? You know why?
No, I don't know why they waived them.
So the reason why, remember, for the last couple of days and maybe week, is it Kali Jeng Krok, the ex-Nashville Predator, was on the COVID-19 for them since the beginning of the year, and they call him up today, or he can go now to play, and they have an extra player, and they put him on the waiver. They cannot bring him back on the American Hockey League, so it's a situation they cannot do it. They have no choice. If not, they will lose another player. So that's the last one of the lineup to do that. Can Montreal pick him? Can other team in the NHL? Can Tampa Bay Lightning? Because now Kisharov is gone. It will be really interesting to see now Alex Barré-Boulet come back to Tampa Bay Lightning after they left. I would not be surprised Brisbane does it. I would not be surprised when now they're missing a couple of pieces. And they didn't want to lose him. At the beginning, they don't want to lose him. It's just the situation for them. So really interesting to see can Montreal jump on him?
I don't see why not. It'd be a great acquisition.
At some point, I think they should look about it for sure. They will have to move someone out. But I think I can recall it, Cedric Paquette. The only reason Cedric Paquette is still around or it's because he's a center. But it'd be interesting how for some reason, Charmed is not yet with Aaron Brooks. Really about that. So it'll be interesting about this. And Nicolas de Gobi-Bono back in the house. Yamo back in the house also. And you have a question for you. Adam about KK?
Will KK get booed by the crowd today? 100%. I think they've been rehearsing this for a while now. You know what? Both teams will be motivated here tonight. Like we'll get to the games in a few minutes, but uh, KK wants to put in obviously a good result. I saw some of the memes that Montreal fans were sending after KK had a couple of rough games, and they were just mentioning, guess what line you're on now in Carolina, and they showed the picture of KK holding up the four fingers that he did last year in the playoffs. So the
Yeah.
games are still going on online, and I think that Montreal is going to get that motivation uh, and if they can't take advantage of it, like you were saying, Coach, in your video that you did earlier, it's all about effort. Even if you lose, did you put in a good effort? Uh, were you competitive that night? And we'll see if they answer the bell tonight.
I agree with you. I expect KK to get, but maybe at the beginning we maybe get something. Maybe when they present him as the first line, everything like that, right? But after
Yeah,
that, the boo would be every time we touch the puck, you're going to hear the boo about that for sure. And again, like I said in my video earlier, the pregame show, you can watch my video. I talk about it's a business, right? It's nothing about them, but again, the Kane will try to win for him, and the Montreal will try to stop him. And it's interesting. Rob Brendamer put him on the first line tonight, where he did not do there a lot. He was played a 4 line last game. He's going to
yeah,
play on power play, so they won't be interesting about. They would give him all. I wouldn't be surprised he plays 16 minutes tonight to try to show the reason they have $6.1 million. But again, since the beginning of the year, he was not impressive for what we saw. But you never know what could happen tonight. Adam, have a good night, gentlemen. Have a class tonight, no problem. Maybe catch you a little bit later. Oh no, it's because 3 hours behind. Not a problem. Adam, is that the long run? Who will Brooks do in Montreal? Will be interesting. I still not sure. I'll be honest with you, Johnny, and also Enortap. They're still searching at third center, and they try to figure out, okay, what we do with Jake Evans, Mathieu Perreault, and of course Parkett and Aaron Brooks. All four, they are good for the fourth center, but is it
yes.
good enough to be in third? Great test for Mathieu Perreault tonight. Listen, it's going to be interesting what he's going to do. I think the line looking good for me right now for tonight, but it will be very interesting about that one over there. Le politicien, quelqu'un va humilier Montréal ce soir. Possible, on ne sait jamais qu'est-ce qui peut arriver, le politicien. Merci d'être ici. Pas de problème. ça me fait toujours rire, moi, quand il y a du monde qui parle comme ça. Veut dire, ils sont pas si pires pour une équipe qui sont rendus en finale, là, mais c'est une autre histoire à raconter. 3-2 in overtime, Caroline, Nicolas. Great 2-1 Montreal tonight. Do you expect a lot of game tonight? A lot of goal in attack?
In the Montreal game?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. I expect, I think Montreal will probably be trailing most of the game. I think that the effort, I think that they will answer the bell. They will be putting in a greater effort. I can't see them, putting up another stinker like they did the last one, especially at home again. I think that they'll probably score a late goal and bring the game to overtime. And personally, I predict that they'll win 4-3 in overtime, which would make a great storyline for them.
Hold up. So you go with that one over there?
Yeah. I know Kelly doesn't believe in that, but I'm
I
going to
go
go
with
against her
Carolina,
again.
and I put 4-2 over there.
Okay.
For
Sorry,
just to
Kelly.
be sure, we Carolina have no injuries, so the full lineup is over there. For the Montreal, Brooks and Parkett is out, and they bring him Perreault and Jake Evans. Jake Evans play on the 4 line tonight, and they push Perreault at the 3rd line between, of course, Toffoli and Caulfield. So it'll be interesting to see that line over there. We'll see what happened. Like Le Policier, c'est que il dit que le KK, in English, KK will destroy completely the Montreal Canadiens tonight. It could happen. You never know about that one over there. I just feel like KK overall, I don't expect too much on that lineup of the Carolina Hurricane, obviously, because I think, they will put him right tonight to expose him. But the next couple of games, they will bring back where he's supposed to be, third or fourth line over there. Second game, we have San Jose Sharks again, Ottawa. First of all, we have to remind everybody, Brady Tkachuk back in the lineup tonight, number 7. We have Matt Murray start for the first game of the year, and finally for Kelly, James Raymer is also going to start for the San Jose Sharks, his first game of the season. Not many change lineup overall. I look around. What do you think? What are your expectations for that game?
I think a couple things like Ottawa's at home. They have a lot of young players that are rearing to go and play hard, and Kachuk's back. That's gonna really help them balance out their lines a little bit more. San Jose has been on the road, in beating Montreal recently. They're not gonna find it as easy tonight against Ottawa, I don't think, and even the Winnipeg game at home. I think that Ottawa's going to win this game 5-3.
Ottawa 5-3.
I
But
remember Murray had a great preseason as well,
yeah,
so it's not like you're throwing somebody in that's not
five,
going to help.
4-3 for me. But the monkey said something I want to mention to you this, and because he opened up a door for me here. Eric Carlson will meet Tim Sozol. I'll be honest with you, he have a really difficult time. He does not play well.
Are we talking about Stutzel or
Yep.
because Carlson's? Yeah, he's had a good start. Yeah, so far. I think again, having Kachuk back in the lineup will sort of better align the first and second line, and so I I think he'll get there. It's just he's gotten off to a slow start. I'm not really concerned about Tim
I'm not
Stutzel.
concerned. It's just like for me, it was like, oh, I did not see it so much since the beginning of the year. He does a couple of things flashy, but not like the
Right.
dominate player. What I might, it's 3 game anyway. But just want to mention this. Bottom Monkey, we going to talk about the Florida Panthers against Colorado. I would be curious about Bottom Monkey. What is the final score? What he's looking for? But what do you think about this game? First of all, it's not compared between the pipes. It's Johansson for the Colorado Avalanche. Lester Guy play, McKinnon play. Nothing major over there. A little bit concerned me about McCarr. He's still sleepy a little bit. For the Panthers, everything is amazing over there. Everything looking great. They put out Thornton is not going to play tonight at Lomberg. So it'll be interesting to see that. But that team for the Panthers right now can start by a lot of expert as a number 1 if you do, your power ranking at that moment. What your expectation for that game? And maybe also Butter Monkey said 4-2 for the Panthers.
Well, actually that's a great score because that's exactly what I had as well. Of Florida winning this game 4-2. But I'll be honest with you, Coach. I mean, it's a tough game for Colorado because A, they're on the road, and B, like they still have some injuries. They haven't like McKinnon's just been back 1 game. Like he hasn't gotten his. I think he went -4 in his last game, -3 or -4. So you can tell there's a bit of cobwebs and rust still there in this game. So these are things that he will correct. And like respectfully, I would disagree with what you said this morning. I don't think that Colorado is going to be in a lot of trouble this year. I think once they get their game going, they're going to be very difficult to contend with. I don't think that they lost a lot, and the young kids that they have put in the lineup will eventually pull through for them. I think they even improved in goaltending. Um, I know Grubauer's been doing well for Seattle, but I don't see them falling off the map or even being at the bottom. I think at the end they'll still be up there. But for tonight, I think Florida's been hot. If they can get their power play going, it's going to make it that much more difficult on Colorado.
Yeah, and what I said this morning is that Colorado is not going to win the Stanley Cup, or the expert predict they're going to win the Stanley Cup because they play in the Central Division, so you have not many, uh, like Winnipeg, Minnesota, everything like that, right? But I believe Colorado is going to be finish the top two of that division, but I don't see them to go far this year, like the prediction of a lot of people. I will still believe the bottom six over there is not strong enough until they make a trade. If they make a trade, that will be another subject right now. But at that moment, for the roster they have in front of them, is a team I don't see they will can have a chance to go all the way. They have too many old around at that moment on the left side, the second center, the third center, the fourth center. It's really not great for what they have at that moment. But tonight, I go with Panthers. But a Purposky and Bob always gave 4 goals per game. So I go 5-4.
A high scoring game, yeah.
That's the reason I go there. Washington, very impressive since the beginning of the year. Ovechkin's doing well without Backstrom, by the way. And then, tonight, Vanecek versus Wedgwood, where on the flip side, a little bit is going on with New Jersey. No goaltender. Bernier and Blackwood still out. Now they lose also Jack Hughes for a couple of games differently. And also they don't play with Ty Smith. A team doing well. Both teams doing well, to be honest with you. But I don't think so. That would be enough for the New Jersey Devils. But give us a little bit your impression, your prediction of the game tonight.
Yeah, I think you nailed a couple of points there, Coach. I think Washington has a good combination of veterans that are getting the job done right now, and New Jersey's still trying to get their footing down. And I'm not sure that even though they're 2-0, that they're really as good as they've shown. Because think of who they played and won against. One was Seattle, and the other one was Chicago, who's also struggling. Um, Washington, and then now they have Jack Hughes out of the lineup as well. So I think this is going to be a game for Washington, and they'll probably run away with it. I'm going to predict 5-2.
I go with 4-2. And Yamo is right. Washington scored a lot of goals in the beginning of the year. 6 goals and everything. So they're doing well on this offensive side. What I was thought they would struggle with the defensive. Remember, they lose Shara, Dylan over there. And so I thought we maybe struggle over there. But overall, right now, they're doing well. Manta is over there now. Wilson. They missed Backstrom. I don't know Les Eller is back now, but it's a team doing well, well coached, and it'll be interesting to watch them. But tonight, I really believe that Washington now is going to get that one. The next game we're going to go now is the Islanders Columbus, where both teams lost. But Islanders lost. They won the last game, and Columbus lost the last game. Columbus won 2 games. We remember it's 8-2 at the beginning of the year. But again, back home now, and we interesting where the team start not the right foot, but now they won the last game. What your expectation? What do you think about just the nothing bad about a healthy scratch, or not a healthy scratch, but an update? Merslikin between the pipe and Sorokin. Varlamov still out, and also for Columbus, Max Domi, really they are the one who's really out. So what are your expectation for that game?
Well, Columbus has, if you think about it, again, they have wins against Arizona and Seattle, and the game that they lost was against Detroit, who played a fantastic game. I think they beat them 4-1, if I recall correctly. New York's a much bigger test for them tonight. They bring a physical game that Columbus hasn't experienced so far, even though they can play a physical game as well. I think that it'll be a low-scoring game, but I think that the Islanders will come out this one with a 3-1 victory.
Here we go. So I go with Islanders. I don't know why. I said that it's time to run out for Islanders to turn on the switch a little bit more hot. I think Barzal is going to be a great night tonight for him. That will be show to them. I don't know. I just go for 5-2 about that game over there. Next one, Calgary, Detroit. 2 teams right now. The first, Detroit is doing very well at home, and they're doing well since the beginning of the year. They not lost. On the flip side, Calgary, after they lost 5-2, they lost again another game and shootout, if I can recall it. Backstrom and Nedeljkovic finally Nikovic find the net now after he gave 7 goals against Tampa Bay Lightning. So remember that game. What do you think about this?
Again, I've been impressed with Detroit so far. Like they've been solid. Their young kids, Sider, Lucas Raymond, even Bertuzzi and Suter have been very, very good. I like what they bring to the team. They move the puck well. They're going to be tough to play against moving forward, but they're a young team, and it's Calgary really needs this win. I think that they have to capitalize a little bit here tonight, and it's going to be on the hands of guys like Kachuk, Lindholm, and Johnny Gaudreau to step up, and Markstrom to hold the fort for them and make sure that they don't give up too many scoring opportunities. So I'm going to take Calgary to win this one 4-2.
I think right now Calgary is going to get a first W of the season. I think right now they're just going to try to go there. I'm still not sure about the score, but I think tonight Calgary have to win that game, and we'll see how Detroit is going to respond. Where the reason I've put 5 maybe Nidigan again between the pair. I could be wrong, but Detroit so far they are very impressive. 2 teams right now where a team just won the last game, honestly, and the Rangers win also the last game. 2-1 for the Rangers. Nashville is 1-2-0. And I think I could be wrong for the Rangers. I think he's missing a point there, no?
Yeah, they're 2-1-1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I see the number of the game right there. So 2-1-1 for Rangers and Nashville 1-2-0. What are your expectation for that? Circuston,
Well,
Chesterton get back, and Saros.
yeah, I think that says it all, Coach. You got two excellent, excellent goalies that have gotten out to great starts. Saros has really held Nashville in, but Seshkerton has been just lights out for the Rangers, especially that game against the Leafs. Um, the funny thing is, we haven't seen the big guns for New York really come out. I know there's been a couple guys that have been decent, but once some of their secondary scoring comes into play, they're going to be a hard team to play against, night in and night out. And I don't think that that'll be any different tonight. I think that they'll win 3-1 over Nashville.
All right. Rangers 3-1, right?
Yes.
All right. Big night tonight for the big boys. Panarin, Lafreniere, Zibanejad. I think that would go that way over there. I thought to put 5-2, but I think that would be an empty net at some point. That would be a game about that. Anaheim, Winnipeg. One thing is very impressive. One thing we don't understand that they play without Sheffley and Wheeler. And the Anaheim, the Tristel, the Zegras, the McTavish, and then Shatterkirk looked like he bounced back, or being honest with you. Silverberg is doing absolutely right. And Ricky, and of course, Raquel over there. A team really more impressive. Gibson also. We don't have to, Stollards have a good game too. Great on defensive side. They could be 3-1, to be honest with you. But what are your expectation for that?
Well, Anaheim has played great so far. That game against Edmonton was just spectacular to watch. The action behind that. The youth of Anaheim has shown great speed, great playmaking, and more importantly, they're showing resilience. Even when they fall behind a goal or two, it would be easy for them to throw in the towel, but they don't. They come back hard. And if you're caught off your toes, you're going to have a hard time beating them. But I think even though both Wheeler and Scheifele are out and Hellebuck hasn't been himself so far this year, they're going to have to find a way to win this game. I think it's important at home. They've been getting a lot of scrutinizing from the media in Winnipeg, and I think that it's going to probably go to overtime, but I think Winnipeg will pull it out 3-2.
All right. That's great. This game was a little bit changing. A part of my day was about the Jet, and another part of my day was coming to the Ducks. And then I'm going to get Kelly and you tonight, because I go with the young guests. Well, the only thing I'm a little bit worried is because they play at Winnipeg, the crowd and the new building. The building would be full, everything like that. But I don't know why. I go with 3-1 for the Ducks. So it's going to be a 2-1 game until to the end, and then you're going to be an empty net over there. So I think that will be interesting to see that. That will be honestly my game for tonight. The next one, let's go in with two more about that. Unfortunately, I have to delete everything. You can start to talk about the Vancouver and the Chicago if you don't mind.
Vancouver and Chicago. Well, Chicago will be putting in, I think, a very strong effort here, and I can see this game going to overtime as well. It's one of the three games I have going to overtime tonight. But Vancouver is very, very talented as well, and Fleury just hasn't answered. Uh, hasn't really been the answer yet for Chicago. The key will be for Chicago: are they going to continue the pattern of falling behind? Because if they do, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Um, I'm going to go with Vancouver to win this one 4-3 in overtime.
All right. Talking about 4-3, we have a couple of people. Cater said 4-1 Colorado. I'm really curious about this, Cater. What you said 4-1 Colorado, and then we welcome JZFLG35, Mr. Dave Zucker. Welcome aboard. Thanks to stop by, both of you. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Canucks, you said, right?
Yes, 4-3.
And if you don't do what I just said, everybody. Do what maybe he did, because I'm not guarantee you absolutely not, I'm not 100% about that one over there. When I just see Lincoln between the pipe, but I don't know. I think they feel at home right now. They're at home. I think they are under urgency seat ejectable for the coach and everything like that. And I think right now you're going to see a big game tonight. The Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews. I think this game, I said 3-2 Enortap. This game could be 6-4.
It could be, yeah. I think it'll be an over game.
Getter said, I have a feeling tonight that the Panthers is going to win. They're going to lose tonight 4-1. I don't know, Getter. I think they have everything set up in their hands. I think they will still win more. There we go. The last game of the night. This is okay. Is it 10? Can the Oilers score 10 goals tonight? That would be the best question about that. But Koskinen first again, Val Melka. What he did very good as game he did as a rookie in NHL. We know the situation. 3-0. Edmonton, like the Panthers, are doing absolutely right. And Arizona, unfortunately, it's always depend how many goals the opponent team is going to get. Is over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The good news, it's not sudden between the pipes. But what is your expectation about that? Not many channel, but in fact, Mike Smith is out. And that's pretty much what I have as the news.
And Koskinen will be okay. He's just a little bit scary sometimes because he lets out juicy rebounds and gets caught out of position. But I think they catch a break as well because of Arizona's goaltending situation. But, Edmonton's just been rolling. If there's a game you want to bring out your fantasy players for Edmonton, this is the one. I think it's going to be 6-1 Edmonton, but it could be higher. It could very well be.
Yamo said 8-4 for Oilers tonight. I go with Oilers too, but I go 7-2, and I just feel like the 8-2 is looking bad. So I said 7-2 to be honest with you, but I would not be surprised this could happen to another way. Finally, we're going to finish with this. The prediction. Everybody wants to put their score. You're welcome to put your score at any game. We're going to tell you. We're going to bring to everybody. Then, of course, don't forget to subscribe. Not subscribe, but click on the likes. And finally, I just put the link. If you want to join us live and ask a question, want to talk with us, we're going to be live for about 10 more minutes. And we're going to finish this one over there. Hoffman is on the first line tonight. Let's roll abs. Cater is absolutely right about that. Like we do. I don't know if we're going to go friend world tonight right now, but let's go on being about your players. What are you thinking about your three players? You think you go have a great night on the fantasy hockey, or if you want to join friend world tonight, what do you think it would be?
Oh, as I mentioned, definitely I would put Connor McDavid out there and Leon Draisaitl. And I think Washington will have a great night too. And I think Ovechkin's eager to get 50. So I'll take Ovechkin there.
Okay,
And on defense, I'm going to go with Thomas Chabot of Ottawa and John Carlson of Washington.
okay. Any reason why Shabbat?
I just think that I predicted him to win tonight, 5-3. So I think he's gonna be logging a lot of ice time. He's going to be given power play opportunities. He's the quarterback of their rear guards, and I think that the opportunity for him to get points will be there.
All right, not a problem. We have also you put Chesterkin for the goaltender, right? I don't know if you said it or
Yes,
not. So
you don't know if he's playing.
no, I said I did not know if you mentioned his name or not. I just turned on the
No,
Chesterkin.
yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Awesome. Oleg Kolesnikov back in the house. I don't know who is he, but is Bob Gainey. Oleg is a ex Bob Gainey. That's what you have to know about that. So thanks for joining us, Oleg. Of course, you know Yamo. Welcome aboard. What I'm going to give to you, and our tap is what I don't have or I have no players. First, I will go Chesterkin, but I will add I have friend defenseman for you tonight. I have Daniel Nurse because I think Edmonton is going to have 7 goals. I would not be surprised he got 2 or 3 points tonight. And then for some reason, I feel like Ekblad is going to be a 2 point tonight for him. I expect that. I have no problem what you pick, honestly, as a forward. The only thing I would change, and because I said they're going to win tonight, and I have to go with the number 88, Patrick Kane.
Okay,
So I think that would
fair
be the
enough.
only one, honestly, between all the three things over there. I would be the really the
You
one over there. We have 10 minutes to go. Everybody want to join
you
us live. You're welcome to join us. That's not a problem. Quickly, we're going to go on the fan world. Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I was just gonna say you scared me for a second. I thought you were gonna put instead of Kane KK.
Uh, yeah, it is a number 82, but no. Um, I know. No, not tonight. Anyway, maybe
Not
another
tonight.
night, but not tonight. I'm not going to put KQ over there about that
Yeah,
one over
please
there.
don't.
So let's dive in about the Fentual over there. About this, that's not a problem. Not this one over there. Fentual. Do I have Fentual? No, I think I don't have Fentual anymore. I have to get him. So let's go back over there so you can join us. Um, so what do you think about the Montreal, like, what do you expectation for Montreal, Carolina overall? Like, for Montreal, what do you have to do? What do you believe they need to do?
Well, look, Coach. Yesterday um, they had Bergevin go and talk, and he kind of took a little bit of pressure off of the team that way by addressing the media, who were clamoring already after just 3 games. Well, four. Um, I think I expect them to come out flying tonight. Uh, I think that they're more embarrassed that they haven't gotten the results they wanted. In all fairness, 2 of the games they could have easily won, and they could be 2-2 right now, and this would be less of an issue and less of a panic in the city. But it is what it is, and I think this will be a good litmus test for them. They might not win, even though I predicted them to, but I just want to see the effort. I want to see more communication between the defense and the forwards. And if the forwards aren't getting that lead pass, or the defenseman's not bringing it up the ice, which some of them are not capable of, except for Petrie, then they have to drop back. They have to give an outlet for them to get rid of that pass, whether it's in the neutral zone or along the boards, and stop playing this peripheral game Like they get their shots on net, but they're not dangerous. You notice they're not dangerous shots. Nobody's crashing the net. Um, the the opportunities just aren't there for rebounds because nobody's in front of the net. And the other thing I want to see from them is a little bit more pushback. Like I'm tired of seeing them being taken advantage of, especially some of their younger players. I thought yesterday that, or a couple days ago, that situation with Carlson and Hoffman was indicative. You know, who's the one guy that steps in? Galley. Nobody else. They just partner off with somebody and they don't take the bull by the horns. At this point, it would be good to bring up somebody like a Pazzetta or Jackie or Fairbrother just for a couple of games, just to instill some energy into that lineup and
I
get
agree
them
with you
going.
about that one. I think also Johnny bring a good point here. They got to score the first goal, and I think he's absolutely right about this. And I feel like I did not put this on my pregame today, and you're absolutely right about this. I think the first goal would be a really major key. Or if they don't score the first goal, this goal of the from Carolina have to be late in the game, like at the not at the beginning of the game because it'll be the first 10 minutes. If they score there, that would be really not great news about that one over there. So I think that would be something you have to go about
That's a
that one
good
over there.
point, Johnny. Yeah.
Let's move on. Finally, we have got this. We'll be quickly. We're about 5 minutes max. So let's go quickly about this one over there. We have McDavid, Tressel, and our tap on that one over there. And let's go for all the way. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but let's put both them together.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
so we have to have a better budget, but right now we have those kind of players we have right now. We have only $5,000 to gild this, and then we have to find a goaltender, and the goaltender.
Go low.
I'm sorry.
Go low price wise so that we can somebody that let's see. Da, 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 da.
I think we should go with Chesterkin.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a good one. Yeah.
That gave us 4,900. Let's go check at 4,900 as defenseman what we have there. It's not too bad. We have Carlson.
D'Angelo, uh, Petrie.
Do you think we should give a chance again at Shattenkirk?
Uh, I'm not a big fan, to be honest with you. Maybe Ghost has been doing well, but
Ramis Anderson is doing good at 13.85.
yes, yes, yeah, that's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Fosling at 41.
either him or Morrissey. I think Morrissey might.
When you play again who? Anaheim?
Anaheim, yeah,
All right.
Anaheim.
You got it. I give it a bit more money for the rest after that. But just Jeremy, we have to go with him.
Yes,
We go put the money on Edmonton tonight.
yes. We either win with them or we lose with them.
Exactly.
Verhey was not bad. 53. Oh, we don't have enough for him.
Well, we still have not too bad there.
Um,
What about Silverberg?
that's what I was looking at right now too. Yeah, let's
44.
go with that. A good one.
Do we have do we did a defenseman? Yeah.
Yes, I thought we did. Yeah, utility,
So we're missing now. We have 55. It's
utility.
not too bad.
Is it one or two utility?
Two.
Two. Not so easy. This is too high the price, right?
Well, you can go a little bit higher, but we can drop after that.
Josh Norris.
All right. I like that. Oh, we have a lot of money now. 58.
Okay. Oh, there's your nurse. If you
What
want to
about
go with
Iman?
that. Yeah. Hey, let's go deep with
We give the
Edmonton.
money on the Edmonton. Imagine if Edmonton lose 2-1 tonight, it would be like crazy. We are out of
Pretty
the
good.
picture tonight. So this is the lineup we have. I think at 0. So you everybody seen our lineup, and we're going to let you know if you win tomorrow. But it's all done.
Awesome.
It's all done here. So let's go
That's
back
fantastic.
here. Apologize.
We're gonna have a great night of NHL hockey tonight. That's for sure.
Mr. Yamo, Mr. Antti Koivula is in the house tonight. Yamo and also Oleg. Chris, Panthers winning tonight, Coach. I predict they're going to win tonight, Chris. I don't remember the score, but I think I've said 4-2. I could be wrong. Of course, Vileo is in the house. We have Finland, Sweden, and Antti Koivula. I said go Oilers for Edmonton. Absolutely agree with you, and they will be live for this game also tonight. So we have a lot of people there. So Yamo, Mr. Antti is from Finland, and Antti Yamo is from Finland. But also we have Vileo is from Finland. Vileo from Finland also. So we have, exactly, Yamo is from there. We will see you at 8, Coach, but I'll be here at 6:45, Kelly. So it will be great. Chris, I can't wait to see the game Panthers also. So everybody, we hopefully you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to click on the likes and any feedback. Please join us at 5 o'clock. It's an extra show. It's your show. So come to talk to us live and bring your score. Give us the feedback. Tell us what we should bring more information you need, everything like that. So I got my Yari Kuri jersey on, Andy. Number, wow, that's 17 over there. You need your
Great
helmet.
player.
You need your chauffeur helmet about this. Andy is on Edmonton now. Yes, Yamo live over there since 1974, I believe. Kelly said, cannot wait to see Freddie tonight, Anderson. Yes, because you, Bernie. But by the way, Kelly, you should look also. James Reimer is between the pipe for the New Jersey Devils tonight. I want to say hello for Enortap. We speak with him in the chat sometime. Of course, it's all done. Oleg.
Great to see you.
Thanks again to join us, Oleg, everybody. Look, we're going to have to go 6 o'clock because we'll be back in 45 minutes, so don't go nowhere. I look forward to recite. Enortap, another great show. Thank you so much to join us again tonight. And bon match, mes amis and friends. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. Have a great time. Whatever is your team, the only thing we want to remind you, first, we're going to wish you a W for your team, but finally, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. I look forward to see you in the next couple of minutes, sir.
Good night, Coach. Good night, Hockey Nation.
Here I stand by myself on my own. What if I lose all control?
Yes, Kelly. For San Jose.
Take a step out into the unknown.
See you in a few minutes.
What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise.